Hello, hello. This is Johnny Cycles with CyclesGaming.com, bringing you another edition of Dragons and Pioneer. I mean, we have all the action, but we need to find some more lands. Ah, sigh. Not the best, I suppose, but I'm not sure what to put down to be honest. We have so many lands right now. All right, so not a lot of action. I mean, we need to find Rolling Dragonstorm. That would be great. High Noon, acceptable. Ooh, I'm not even. What the heck? Final Fantasy Land. Ah, yeah, it's one of these. It's a town. Okay. Okay, well, that does give us something to do next turn, on turn two. So I've been looking through, it says Dragons and Pioneer. I've been looking through some of the Pioneer lists, like control lists, just to get a sense of is there more and better interaction I can play? And like there's so basically no one man interaction in a blue white control shell, it seems like. So if you know of one, let me know. So this Durger Island Dragons might be pretty good when they go to equip. And then we can play the Clarion Conqueror to shut it down. Although this gets around the Clarion Conqueror. You may attach this, so I think it... Dang. I think that was a box at our door. Another one. Okay. So this just taps it. It doesn't actually bounce it. Yeah, so this isn't going to stop them from getting the equip trigger, but it will stop them from equipping it themselves. So like the second spell will trigger this automatically, as far as I understand it. And then, well, so yeah, but they run out one monk and equip, get two monks or whatever. I guess that's okay. What we'll end up doing is probably untapping in March of Otherworldly Light one of the Quarry Steel Cutters, tapping the other one perhaps. Storm Chaser's Talent. Is this a Storm deck? Prowess deck, I assume. What is this? 1/1 blue red. Yep. Other creature tokens. Other otter creature token with prowess. Graveyard your hand whenever you cast an instance or sorcery. Alright, so then they got a bunch of hasty dudes. We will block. Temporary lockdown. what a busted draw from us. Woo, doggy. Now we are talking. That's why we play three of them in the deck for this very moment. Just one-sided board wipe. It's pretty good. Pretty good. Ooh, Vivia Ornithir. Jace Reawakened. Alright, so, that's some stuff. During your turn, they're out of cards. So I think we're okay. We're going to be able to March of Otherworldly Light that and kill the Jace. They drew a card and I don't... Oh yeah, they can't activate it. Haha! Haha! That's why we play it. Duh. This is... Not too many people are playing Planeswalkers. So we will March of Otherworldly Light. We do want to cast it. And they scoop it up. Yeah, I mean, it's tough. They're out of cards. We have hate against their one Planeswalker. So yeah, taking down Prowess with a timely temporary lockdown. Love it. That's why we play it. Okay, what do we want to take out? High Noon seems really good against them. I mean, our whole deck seems pretty good against them. They do have hasty threats, so perhaps we bring in Authority of the Councils and just take out 3 steps ahead. We can bring in a Verdict. Knockout Blow. I mean, we have a lot of good cards, so... What do we want to take out, though? One dragon turtle. No, no. One is good. Is 4 really necessary? That's what I need to think about with my sideboards. I put 4 in the deck. I feel like when you want it, you really want it. And against a sort of Prowess Burny deck, I think we want it. So we have... Do we want to mulligan this hand? I mean, we have this, which is really good. We have a bit of an answer. I think we're going to keep it and just remember, hopefully, the slow format here. Because we have a little interaction. We don't ever do anything on turn 1 anyway, and then we do have a good card against what some of the... Clearly, they're Planeswalkers. Rewarded for our... So now we do have a turn 1 play. Do they have a Spell Pierce? Okay, bringing in some hate. Found our hate off the top. High Noon would be our next best draw. If we get Authority with the consoles into High Noon, man, I'm going to be happy with where we're at against the Prowess deck. So yeah, I mean, we built this deck to slow down an opponent's deck, and in a lot of ways it does just kind of... It is a High Noon. I have spoken it into existence. Do you have a negate? Or some other way to counter this? Your opponent holding up 2 mana. They do not. We have all the hate against our opponent. Now we just want to draw lands. Oh, Cyclonic Rift. Interesting. I've not seen Cyclonic Rift in this before, in this format before. We want to draw lands. Stock up. That's a good card. They know about the High Noon. We would like to find a land. Temporary lockdown. It gets rid of almost all of our stuff. Dragon. I think we just run out the High Noon again. We could have left the blue open just to represent. Really, we could have... Yeah, anyway, we could have left the blue open to represent we had something. We can't cast Temporary Lockdown anyway without finding lands. So we're due. I mean, we've drawn really well. Our opponent has done a lot of finding cards, basically. Alright. Sure. Land. Clarion Conqueror. Well, that's going to stop them from activating this. Missing our land drops, though, which is never ideal. Especially when we already had a Clarion Conqueror. I assume they're going to have some way to answer. Alright, well, that is their... That's their one spell. We would love to draw a land. Yeah, I mean, if we can just go run our land, I would be very pleased with our position. Cyclonic Rift. On the High Noon again. Man, they really just don't want to... They really want to... Yeah, I mean, I don't blame them. High Noon is... Oh my god, deck. Did they find a Spell Pierce? Because we can't find a second land. Alright, High Noon. They do get... they can activate this guy now. We're really struggling over here. A single land and we'd be very happy. Alright, I mean, they can add some manas. What is it going to be? What's your one spell? Cyclonic Rift. on the high noon. Man, that's 3 Cyclonic Rifts from our opponent. Alright, now they get to go off with their 3 cards in hand. What's it going to be? Opt. Yep. We'll just have 6 through this. I mean, we're just hung up on, obviously we're just hung up on mana. If we can draw a land, if it fell in their hand, Treasure Cruise is their last card, perhaps. If we can find a land, you know, I would still be a happy, just March by the Worldly Light it. Holy cow, we cannot find a land. This game. We have done nothing but cast High Noon. Now we have to discard. Okay. Well, I mean, this is what happens. We found... Oh, come on. We found our hate pieces. We kept a 3-land hand. And we just haven't drawn any lands. So... Our opponent is getting to have their fun. 3 Cyclonic Rifts later. They have 3 Cyclonic Rifts, 4 ops, and a stock up. And they now have a 6/9 Vivi that they can make a 7. Tapping for 7 mana. Cyclonic Rift. Everything. That's their 4th Cyclonic Rift. And they just need a single other spell to kill us, so... Do they not have it? Is it their single Cyclonic Rift is followed up by a bunch of lands? Do we find a land? And we do not. Holy... I just, I've never seen anything like it. I have, don't get me wrong, but man, just the nonsense of drawing. Yep, I mean, I didn't draw a single land that entire game. There's a land. Okay, well, I don't know what to say other than congratulations, you beat an opponent who was totally mana screwed. What else do we want? I mean, we could just bring in the Get Losts. Enchantment, creature, planeswalker. Get rid of these. That's nice. They're nice. Don't get me wrong. We could have our counter magic back up, but Supreme Verdict. Man, it feels bad actually to bring in a Supreme Verdict. But it does answer cleanly if we manage to find a 4th land at any point. No accounting for mana screw, I suppose. We have 2 lands and some of our best cards. Alright, so I mean this could be on me if we get mana screwed again. Okay, we will play our Meticulous Archive. Find a land, hopefully. Oh man. Is it gonna be like this deck? So we couldn't find a 4th land. Meanwhile, our opponent found 4 ops and 4 Cyclonic Rifts. Land, deck, please don't do it. Oh God, you're doing it to me. You're doing it. You're doing this to me again, deck. Again. Sigh. I mean, 24 lands should be enough. There's 22 lands in my deck. It should be enough to find lands. Last game was definitely the anomaly. It was like 8 turns or something without a land. With the 3-lander, keeping a 1-lander or keeping a 2-lander is obviously more risky. Obviously more risky. But it's still like within the realm of reason to expect to find another land when we have at least 2 looks at it. Land off the top. Hallelujah. 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 Alright, I will never sing for you again, probably. God, I hate this part of Magic. Or MTGO. Okay, do you have a kill spell? for our 3/3. It seems like this is a deck isn't running a lot of. We got the 3/3. Our opponent has blue ice splash Vivi. They have one look. They have one spell to cast. Is it going to be something that can kill our Clarion Conqueror? Hopefully not. Beginning of combat, we will be taking one. I'm pretty sure. We would still like to draw a land. Can there be a land in our future? A land in our future lets us hold up the Wandering Emperor and Dragon Turtle. And we did not find land. Well, we will attack for 3. We can at least March of Otherworldly Light our Dragon Turtle. Looks like opponent might be holding up some counter magic or just really hamstrung by the High Noon and hasn't found the Cyclonic Rift yet. I don't know, at instant speed all that card draw though. I will quit chatting with my opponent now. Job select, sure. Assume they're going to go to combat. I mean, you might just want to get rid of this Planisphere, to be honest. I mean, temporary lockdown is actually a good, nice catch-all to it. All these attached stuff is good for getting around Clarion Conqueror. I don't know. I mean, do we just want to temporary lockdown now? And then have our opponent just go off on the following turn? I think we attack. It's just another game that we can't find a land. It's pretty incredible. It's pretty incredible. Gonna return the Clarion Conqueror. That is acceptable. We'll get rid of our own High Noon there. We have another one. Yep, I mean, this is what happens when we don't find any of our card draw or lands. So opponent has 4 cards in hand. They can go off this turn if they have the ability, but they have to spend 3 mana for the Vivi. So I don't see them actually getting to go off entirely, but they get a dude. Holding up counter magic probably. I mean, good lord, people. I mean, seriously. What in the actual heck? They're holding up counter magic. They don't know we have another High Noon. I mean, I would love to see a Wandering Emperor in action. Hey, oh, it's a land. Oh. Alright, what do we want to do? I assume our opponent has some counter magic. We'll play a land. They can't counter, so we'll just run out the dragon again. Alright, so we got some something happening. Into the Flood Maw. Alright, that is fine. I mean, the Cavern is really doing work this matchup. Beginning of combat. We are just really good at Dragon Lord Ojutai. Dragon Turtle Man is getting in the beats. Opponent is at 18. They know we have the thing about the casting this at uncounterable the whole time is that it keeps counterspells in our opponent's hand for the cards we want. Like I really want to play the Wandering Emperor. Maybe our opponent's flooding out. Still not attacking. Don't blame him. Although he wouldn't block. It's a free 3 damage. Last turn especially. If you're not going to block, you might as well attack. But I've done that before, where you're like, you think one thing and then you don't do it, and then so you're like, hey, it's a land. Holy moly. It is a land. I don't even think we need to do anything, to be honest. I think we can just hold up the Wandering Emperor into the Flood Maul. We get a tapped fish. They get a bunch of stuff back. But I really just want to cast Dragon Lord Ojutai. I mean, I know I haven't tested out the Emperor yet. Just because our opponent can't counter it if we run out the Emperor this time. Because they've played their one spell. Alright, well, this is what we got. They got a bunch of Into the Flood Mauls. They can't activate that. We got a tapped fish. What's their one spell going to be? Leveling up. That's fair. Get back into the Flood Maul. Okay. That is also fair. However, surprising. Quip. Okay. No. Yeah. You've cast your one spell. I wonder if they have another Into the Flood Maul. They surely can't attack, right? So, I mean, I think we just go for lethal. One, two. Yes, I would like to cast it. Such a weird... It's just a very weird... I don't know, programming for this. How you have to go about doing it. The turtle goes to our hand. That resolves. And then we get to go and attack with Ojutai. Yay! Our first hit with Ojutai. I wish we had not played a land. Our opponent said mistake. I said, what happened? They said, what? I said, you said mistake. We'll see what the response is. I mean, I assume they mean on their part with their 2 cards in hand. They're going to overload Cyclonic Rift, which I think is acceptable. Because they're out of mana. And we can now we can temporary lockdown and then play High Noon and be back where we started. So it's only it's a very small, it's buying them time. Alright, well, opponent, called Odd, maybe. It's been really fun playing you. I assume we'll finish up here. Alright, overloaded Cyclonic Rift number 2. Now they can do some things to get another Cyclonic Rift back and do it again. I assume this is just this is just going to be how the game goes. Alright, we can play AO. We can play 1, 2, 3, 4. We still can't do 2 things in a turn, though. Alright, so I think what we'll do is just... They have the Cyclonic Rift. We really want to flash something down. Alright, so we'll do Clarion Conqueror. We know the Cyclonic Rift is coming. Yep. Hopefully you don't have a counter spell. We will attack, and alright, well, called odd. It's nice to play with you, nice to meet you. Looking forward to playing games in the future, and I hope everything goes well with your surgery, or your girlfriend's surgery. For cyclesgaming.com, peace out.